All right, guys, welcome back to the Lake Norman Business Podcast, Season 3. My name is Danny Decker. I'm here with Ryan Weber, as always, and today we have a super cool guest. So welcome to the show, Matt Andersen. Matt is the CEO of MD Andersen CPA.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me, guys.
Looking forward to it, man.
Very much so.
So, Matt, tell us a little bit about MD Andersen and what you guys do.
So we're a public accounting firm. We've been in business actually this month. It'll be 7 years out on my own.
So you've made it. You know, the 5-year mark, you've made it. You're good.
I don't know about made it, but yes, we have been through the 5-year mark. And the reason that I say that is part of the reason that I jumped into the public accounting arena is that I wanted to change the industry. There's a lot of stuff that I've learned that was not the right way. And what we're doing is jumping in and trying to redo an industry that I believe is somewhat broken. We're transitioning from more of the transactional-based accounting model where it's like, hey, we hire you to do the tax return, you do it, you check the box, and you move on, to becoming more of an advisory-based practice. Basically, our goal is to provide lifestyle entrepreneurs with the financial systems and strategy that allow them to confidently live life on their terms. And that is what we're out there trying to do. So again, we made it through the 7-year mark, but still there's a long road ahead because we are revamping everything that is out there in our industry.
That's business, right?
Yes, sir.
That's
yes,
awesome.
Sir.
Well, listen, the focus on lifestyle entrepreneurs is really interesting. I don't know a lot of other CPAs that really even have a specific focus, let alone that one. So why lifestyle entrepreneurs?
Because I see myself as one. So it is something that...
define that for me. What would you call a lifestyle entrepreneur?
So we all go in business for a specific reason. I look at why I became an entrepreneur is because I wanted freedom. I wanted freedom with money. I want freedom with time. I want the freedom to continue to explore the things that interest me to know in. Entrepreneurism is one of them that I just constantly am absorbing any material that I can get. So to me, that is a lifestyle entrepreneur, much different than somebody that's out there. I want to raise capital. I want to make a ton of money. I want to take this I want to take this business public. That is a different type of entrepreneur, more of a just hyper growth entrepreneur. It requires a lot more effort from the team around those folks. And what we found is just working with lifestyle entrepreneurs, it works because that is my passion, but also the team that surrounds me.
Much easier to work with people that have the same similarities as you.
Yes.
You know what they're going through.
Yes, and move at a pace that I'm comfortable with as well. Again, you get in that hyper growth model, and it is 24/7. Build a business that supports your lifestyle. Continue to get more information, learn more, and then just move on with life.
Yeah, I think that really kind of segues into why you're here to talk about your superpower, which is empathizing with the person that you are working with, which it kind of goes hand in hand because it's a person just like you. You know what they're going through. It allows you to be a little better and more empathetic with that. So explain kind of what is this empathy and where did it come from?
It comes through, I believe, it's the passion and what I've uncovered over time is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I've explored a lot with the business strategy. What is my personal why, and what I'm really coming to decide to understand is that I have a goal of empowering as many people to take the journey into entrepreneurship as possible. I believe that entrepreneurs can change the world. So what we're starting to experience is that it's all the experience that I have of being a business owner versus an accountant. A lot of CPAs are just accountants. I look at myself as an entrepreneur that happens to be a CPA. So I've been through the struggles. Being an entrepreneur is not an easy task. It's always changing. There's always struggle. No matter how successful you believe you are, there's always the next step. There's always another struggle. So being able to empathize with an entrepreneur, not just looking at the tax return, not just looking at the financials and judging them based on that, but again, it's understand the goals, the reason why you're doing what you're doing so that I can give you the right advice to continue to grow your business and get to your goals.
I really like that.
I like that a lot. And I think that it's really valuable when you work with entrepreneurs, especially because entrepreneurs tend to be so isolated,
yes,
right? Like
it's lonely as hell.
Yeah. And it's like, our spouse doesn't necessarily get it. Our kids don't get it. Our friends don't get it because entrepreneurship is just very different than most people's day-to-day lives. And so I think it's really valuable to have somebody in a position like you guys are, who really gets it and really empathizes.
There
if
we
I can
go.
get the word out. Third try's the charm. But I imagine that's really valuable and attractive to your clients, right? To have somebody that really gets it.
It is. And one of the, my head's going to be pretty large when I walk out of here, but we've been,
We'll pump you up. Don't worry.
Okay. Well, we may need to deflate it to get it out the door. But I've been interviewing a lot of clients because, again, what I really want to understand is we're rebuilding and changing the way that our direction is going. What is it that you guys want from us? I've never asked a question to clients, and the response that I'm getting is, I know how to ask the right questions. I give them validation. I hold them accountable, again, because we see so many different businesses, and I can walk them through the struggles because I've been through it, but I've also helped drive other clients through it. And the feedback that we're getting is that is one of the biggest value drivers for our clients.
And Danny, you actually posted something on social media. I don't know if you even realized that you did it because you probably have it scheduled out, but I saw it this morning and was like, that's a great quote. One quote that I think everybody needs to hear in the food industry. You don't stop going to a restaurant because the food's bad 90% of the time. 90% of the time you stop going to a restaurant because the service was bad.
Correct.
And you're saying the same exact thing. If I provide better service, I'm not saying you have bad quality, but they're going to continue coming back if the service is good. Now, if the service is bad, they wouldn't tell me. They just wouldn't come back.
Right.
And that's what I'm hearing, which is what Danny just posted today. Nice job, Danny.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Look at that.
Synergy, right? That's what we're going for here. No, I love that. And Matt, one thing that has jumped out at me just in emails back and forth with your team is you guys actually, in like your email signature, you're actually asking everyone who, all your clients and everyone who's communicating with you guys, what services are most important to you guys. And you have like a survey where you're actually asking people what they need, what's important, which it sounds kind of obvious. It's like, well, of course we should ask, but no one else does it. I've never seen anyone else put that into their email signature. So talk about that.
We have got a lot to learn, and I mean that as an industry,
right. Which is why we do this podcast.
Right,
we're trying to help us entrepreneurs.
Right. So CPAs, we are historians, so we take historical data and we do stuff with it, and I feel like the sad part is a lot. We're going to lose a lot of that to automation. Mm-hmm. AI is here, and AI is going to come take this over. So I love the industry that I'm in. I love the peers that I work with, but we have to start thinking of a way to continue to move what we're doing forward. And we have to ask the questions like entrepreneurs, guys, what do you need from us? We're good analysts. We're good with numbers. We can provide systems and strategies, and we can help make your business better. We just need to know what you want from us.
What's your goal as a business?
Amen.
Because we're entrepreneurs. We understand it. Just tell us what your goal is. We'll help lead you in that direction.
Correct.
Love it. Yep. Love it.
And I'd say, looking, really with the what we've been going through, empathy is something that I'm going to stress to every client. Again, it has nothing to do with accounting, but really understand who your customer is and their needs. I mean, this falls into marketing. But also in accounting, if you can really focus on who your ideal client is and you can really focus on just understanding their needs, it's going to translate into more gross revenue. It's going to translate into more net profit. So it's something that I'm experiencing, but then also I want to push it back out to clients and anybody that will listen. I think it's incredibly important to really focus on them.
Yeah. No, I love it. I've always believed that it's more how you make people feel, mm-hmm. like how you make your customers and your clients feel is really more important than the actual deliverables you're putting out there. So no, I love that you approach it that way. Matt, you said something at the beginning that kind of caught my attention. You said you guys help lifestyle entrepreneurs confidently live life on their terms. Mm-hmm. What does that look like? Because that's fascinating.
So what we're doing as an advisory level practice is that we want to be the accounting office of your business. So it'll be a fractional outsourced accounting office. And within that, we're going to help you design your accounting process. It's not going to be, wheeled and kneeled and put together. We're going to help you design the accounting process. We're going to decide who is going to be accountable for what step of that accounting process. We're going to hold the people accountable, and we're going to oversee it. So we'll help you with, financial statements. We'll help you file your tax returns. We'll help you with strategic tax planning. We'll help you with strategic planning for your overall business. But once the process is in place, we own what we have accepted. And to go out and confidently live life on your terms. If you've got the process, you understand the strategy, the process is outlined, and you know that our team is going to confidently, we're going to run with it, you have confidence to go do the things that you need to do.
Right, because you don't feel like you have to be babysitting your accountant, and you're not second guessing every, I've had experiences in the past where like I felt like I need to double check every single line of like my tax return or
We had an
various
experience
financial.
last year where we had met with somebody, maybe November, and I had a crazy year, sold a business and all that. So like tax wise, it's just absolutely nuts.
Oh yeah.
And we met back in November, set up a plan. April, what is it, 11th? 15th? Okay, April 14th rolls around, and I still haven't heard from this lady. And I'm like, what's going on? What do I need to do? I've sent you everything already, just have not heard anything. Still no response. So on April 14th at whatever time, 10, 11 p.m., my wife is on the computer filling out our taxes ourselves, trying to get it right.
Brutal.
Oh, dear God.
It was horrible. And
Wow.
I said, well, we are on the look for a CPA. So with listening to you, you've actually earned my business today. Like, I need a CPA.
Awesome.
So you did not realize you were coming to get a client.
I
but
did not.
I am going to get your contact information after and use you
Podcast
because
pay.
that's right.
There you go.
Because and for me, it's you don't hear CPAs with your personality.
Right.
You are more outgoing. You're fun to work with. And when I'm looking for someone to work with, I want them to empathize with me as a business owner. And then I just want to like you.
Right.
Well, I like you.
I appreciate it.
You seem like a cool guy. I want to work with you.
it.
So that's I really like how you framed all that with empathy, understanding, and you're speaking the language of someone like me or other listeners. You're speaking our language. That's what we want to hear, which is exactly what your superpower is. So A+ to you, sir.
Yeah.
Hot dog.
No, love it. So Matt, one more question here.
Go for it.
So obviously we've talked about lifestyle entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
but just give a little more specifics for the audience out there that might be wondering, am I a lifestyle entrepreneur? Like who are the clients that you guys like to work with? How do you define that?
We were talking before we actually got on the podcast. I know it is kind of cliche, but travel is a big part of my family's vision, future. It's what we want to do more of. Fitness is very important to us, friends and family. So again, I reframe it back with what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build a business that allows me to have the financial resources and the time to go follow those passions. I think if you look at what the true reason is to why you're doing the business, I think if you're looking at it and you're saying, I want to gain more freedom, there is an end number for me, but it's not, $12 trillion. It's, I need this amount of money so that I can continue to live this life.
living the way you want to live. Yep.
You fit the ideal client for us. And it's just, what is the reason why you're jumping into what you're doing?
I love it. So if I could put my spin on it. So it's like you guys work with the business owners who want their business to be a tool that like empowers the rest of their life.
Yes.
As opposed to like an all consuming like obsession that's all they're thinking about all the time, which we
Yes.
know people like that. And that's fine if that's what you're into.
Yes.
But there's another way to go about building a business. And I think honestly, all three of us in this room kind of share that, all feel that way. Well, that's really cool. How can people learn more about you guys?
You can connect with me on LinkedIn. I think it's Matthew Andersen CPA, and that's Andersen, not O.
Ooh.
I'm a Dane. And
If you're watching the video, you would know this.
very true, very true. And our website is mdandersencpa.com.
Awesome. Well, Matt, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Awesome.